got nobody in here. 4 likes. What's up, Temper? What's up, Auntie Leah? I'm not gonna be on here for long. What's good? What's good, y'all? I said let me just get on here real quick and piggyback off what I had went live on previously, which we talked about the riots. We talked about the LA riots that happened some years ago. And hey, Jen Brown, what's up? Yom J. I am at the location. In fact, what you see right here in the picture, I am pretty much right here in the same spot where that video was taken. And I said, let me go ahead and just go ahead and show everybody how it looks right now. Because I said I would talk about that or come by here and actually show it. I appreciate y'all in the likes. What's up, Jen Brown? What's up, Yvonne? What's up, y'all? Golden Aries. What is good? Yeah. So, yeah, what you see right there in that photo is it was a Ralph. No, not a Ralph's. I'm sorry. It was a Thrifties. It used to be Thrifties, and then they turned it into a Rite Aid. It's right here off of Crenshaw and Slauson, circa 1992. So we will bring it up to 33 years later and how it looks. So before I reveal it, which can y'all guess? Let me get some guesses. Let me see. What do y'all think is there right now? I mean, if you're from LA, well, even if you're from LA, you probably don't know because they just put the sign up, and I found it interesting. So it used to be a Thrifties, and then it turned into a Rite Aid after the 2000s. What do you think is there now? Y'all could guess. Y'all can take y'all guess. But I know back day there people used to go. Well, I ain't gonna say people. I know the people who used to go to the back of the Thrifties behind this burned down. Well, this is before it was burned down. And they used to just throw away all types of items. I forget like what we would find back there. But yeah, my buddies would hop the gate, and it was a barbed wired gate back there behind Thrifties. There's a little alley, and then there's like a barbed wired fence. You just go back there, and it'd be all kind of stuff, man, that people would go and get from the back of it. And I remember the homie. I gotta go see where he at. The homie Asia boy. He went back there, hopped the gate, and I think somebody tried to. No, not try. One of the employees came out, so he dashed and hurried up and tried to get over that barbed gate. And his whole right arm got caught in the barb, and it tore him up. Like he literally, I think his whole arm was jacked up. I gotta talk to him about that because I remember that distinctively. That he jumped the gate, and his whole right arm got twisted up in that barbed wire. And oh man, it was nasty. It was nasty. But we're gonna get any guesses of what's here right now, because it's not a Thrifties, it's not a CVS. Do y'all hear me? I'm over here just talking. I don't even know if y'all hear me or not. But no, it's not even a drugstore. It's something totally unexpected. I didn't even think it would be here. Yeah, y'all hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Trisha Blair in the house. Jim Brown says she Planned Parenthood. You're close. You're close with the PL. It's a PL. It's definitely something. What's up, TJ Jackson? Thank you for telling me that you can hear. She said a Planned Parenthood. Well, it's something close, almost close. Like it could, yeah, it's not a Planned Parenthood. Y'all want to see what it is? If y'all want to see what it is, I'll make it available. But I was in this neighborhood from about 8, 9 years old. It's about 87, 86, 87. Even past the riots, I was here, and I lived not too far from here, and totally different area, totally different situation. It's a lot that has changed. There's a few things that did change, but a few things that hadn't changed. And this is definitely something different. This is something that I didn't expect for it to be here. And they literally over here putting a sign up on it. They just finished up. I said, oh, wow, y'all putting this here. They done messed around and put a dang on Planet Fitness. Y'all see? That was the place that burned down little area that I took a picture of. This is 33 years later. This is what it looks like right now. A freaking Planet Fitness. A Planet Fitness. Yeah, that's what they got. That's what they got right now there. A Planet Fitness. It's no longer burned down, of course. It's no longer a Thrifties. It's no longer a Rite Aid or whatever. The Jag is in the building. Yeah, we really need those. You mean gyms or gums? I think he meant to say we really need those gyms. We need those gyms. Yeah, we do. We need the gyms. So that's one good step, one forward step or whatever. I mean, you know, let's take a field trip, I guess, because the Planet Fitness. Yeah, I know you meant gyms. I figured that. The Planet Fitness is there, and then right next to it, you know, you got the Rainbow Plus for the plus size. Not fat shaming. I'm sure academics, he shops in here. And I'm sure that's where he gets his his dresses and shit. But yeah, everything. Look, you know, this reflects the neighborhood. Look, I got a 6'4" somebody on a skateboard. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is I ain't going to say it's a totally different neighborhood. It's just things have changed. Things have changed a lot. And what we got here, this is dope. I like this. It kind of reminds me of what it was like in the 80s. That's how I looked in the 80s. You had people riding on the bizikes, on the bikes going down Slauson. That's a fly mural. Shout out to the muralists who did that. I don't know who did it. I got a bunch of homies who do murals around here. Shout out to King Create. In fact, I need to just put his interview up. I had got him in for Set in the West, and he's a dope muralist. So you see a lot of dope muralists, and that's hip hop, y'all. Y'all know that's hip hop. Of course, cats run around here be tagging, but tagging and muralists. I mean, you know, from one evolution, from one end of the evolution string to the other. But yeah, here we are. It's a Planet Fitness now. I've never seen a white Planet Fitness. It's purple. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be purple. They're probably gonna paint it purple because it's look, they just now started, so they probably are gonna paint it purple. This though, I think in the other video y'all saw, there was a boys market, because this used to be boys market, then it was a Rouse, and now it is this right here. It is a what is it, a Valero? Not Valero, it's not called Valero. I know it's a Hispanic Latino chain, market chain, supermarket. It's called Vallarta, right? Am I saying it right? Vallarta. So in the back in the day, yeah, this used to be it said boys market, but now we got that. And you see what they did? They They branded it. It's on Crenshaw. Let's go in here and see. Let's go in here and see. I'm just gonna go ahead and go into this store. And this store is kind of fly. I think they got. I've been here a couple of times with my cousin. See, they ain't playing. They over here playing real music. They're not playing that typical stuff you hear at a supermarket. You know, the elevator music. They over here jamming. I'm sure I can't even get this shit monetized because they playing some music like whoever this is. I don't know. But yeah, so on top of having the gym, I think we have a good thing with fresh produce, a good market with fresh produce. If you can, I would suggest that you grow everything that you can on your own, but it's always good to have a good supermarket around here. And that's the beauty of like living in South LA, South Central LA, is this once used to be just like a bunch of farms and a bunch of groves, orange groves, apricots, cucumbers, not cucumbers, loquats, right? And mangoes. You still find a bunch of trees. You still find a bunch of trees in the neighborhood. But in South LA, you could just, I know a lot of people had their own gardens. Y'all remember that movie Baby Boy? That was real spill. The sister who Jody's mama, she had she straight up had the garden in the back. That's real. That's real. People where I live, they had gardens in the back, and they living. That's the advantage of living out here, is that you can have that. You take advantage of that. And like I said, I'm gonna extend the, what do you call it, this channel into just talking about the advantages of living in South LA, even though a lot of people are being priced out. The black population is pretty much dwindling, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about, like, in the early 2000s, how I saw a bunch of these damn what do you call them, hipsters, right? These hipsters come into the neighborhood, and they basically how they took over a particular neighborhood. Let me flip it, y'all. So the hipsters, they would start with like a coffee shop. Early 2000s, you would have either a hipster-owned coffee shop, or you would have a bunch of hipsters that all congregated. And when I say hipsters, I'm talking about people that were maybe like people that owned startups or had the capital to have a startup. Maybe they had a tech company. Early 2000s up until like up into the 2010s, close enough. An internet cafe. If you had an internet cafe, that was a meeting spot for a lot of people who were in LA doing a whole lot of just collaborations or just meetups. And then, one person has an idea, maybe they started a startup, and they need some people to work, or they need this, they would find all their people at particular internet cafes, right? And then next thing you know, bam, the business will take off, and next thing you know, boom, they're generating millions of dollars. They're employing a whole bunch of people. They start buying up different property that's around in that area. The very infamous place they did it at first was in Silver Lake. I noticed in Silver Lake pretty much was a shitty neighborhood, if you really want to ask and talk about it. I'm not talking about the parts of Silver Lake where the homes are kept up. I'm talking about, like, it's on Sunset Boulevard. But if you don't know LA, you don't know. But if you know, Silver Lake was like just ran down. It's almost like how Echo Park was as well. A lot of hipsters moved there. They went ahead and you know, congregated in these coffee shops, internet cafes, collected their resources, got their money up, bought up property, and off they went. So us as hip hop, why we can't do that? We should be able to do that. This was Nipsey's neighborhood. Where I'm at right now is Nipsey's neighborhood. Nipsey would have wanted something like this. We buy up property. That's what he did. He bought the property, and everything down Slauson Boulevard, he was going to turn that into like if you go to LA and you go to Ventura Boulevard, Sherman Oaks area, businesses up and down. That's what he was going to do. We could have done that. We still can do it. Even that building right there is empty. So my cousin's spot. He right over there. We got this train right here. Look, this is new. This is a train that goes up and down Crenshaw Boulevard. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. You can get around if you need to. You don't necessarily need a car. You do need a car. Cars are essential in LA, but it's not a need like it was, you know? So you can hop on the train and you can get to, this will take you all the way to Redondo Beach. It'll take you to the airport. There's a lot that could be done with this train being smack in the middle of Crenshaw. But long story short, overall, yeah, there's no excuse for us to, you know, hip hop community to really invest and get in what we fit in with one of these neighborhoods, essentially. Yeah, this building right here, it's been here for a minute. I think who had this building originally? I don't remember, but this is a very old building. I think it was like a tax. It was like a tax services, tax and income, something they did or whatever. Long story short, but yeah. Hip hop more worried about fashion than construction. You're right. What up, Audrey Long? Appreciate all the new people falling in. Please, what up? Please like and subscribe. That was one of the homies. Yeah, I would appreciate it if you like, you subscribe, you know. Yeah, y'all. So, this area, it literally, it's the phoenix that rose out of the riots. We created out of the ashes, and here we are. Nip basically got this thing popping. This fat burger was pretty much, what was here? It wasn't a fat burger here at first. It was something else. Then it was, you know, then we have the fat burger. And I think, yeah, this been around right before Nip passed. Right here on Slauson and Crenshaw. In fact, let me go by this mural. Let me go over here by this mural honoring the late, great Ashkadam. Mr. Hermias Ashkadam. Yeah, there it is. Dope mural. I gotta find out who did this mural. Someone did the mural. I think some people came and like disrespected it and tagged over it. Yeah, he's the person who did the mural right there. That's it. That's him. Bam. It's really dope. Really dope mural. They done blocked off. They done totally blocked off the they totally blocked off the let me show y'all the alley going into the place where they unalived our good brother. They got this whole thing blocked is off. I don't know when they're gonna bring it, but yeah, they still got the rip Nipsey Hussle. I guess people still could get through here. I guess, you know, you could do that and do that, boom. But y'all see what it is. My man was gonna take this piece of property and demo it and built up. So you could imagine that would have been like a big 4 or 5 story building with apartments, mixed commerce. At least that's what I'm assuming. That's would have been the plans. Would have been like a mix, you know, stores at the bottom, and then you got the residents at top. But yeah, you know, it still could be done. And it's not like it's a lost cause, or it ain't got to be done just because it ain't got to be completed just because one man is gone. You know, he said it's a marathon, right? You pass the baton in a marathon, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, I'm not gonna be on here long. Started out over there where I showed y'all, and I showed y'all this area too. This was the riots. During the riots, this was a Shell station, and it was completely gutted out and burned out. Now it's something different. It's a Sinclair. Of course, you know, you got Louisiana Greasy still over there, or whatever. Let me walk over there to the Slauson Tees, or the Alston Neighborhood NIP Foundation. This whole area, though, would have just been nothing but stores, and I can see it. You got a train. It's still gonna happen. Trust and believe. Train station right here. People get out, and you know, y'all been to Melrose? How many people been to Melrose? Been to Melrose Boulevard? I mean Melrose Avenue in LA. You got all those businesses. So yeah, here we are. This is where NIP, and they got this thing gated. They got this thing totally gated. I can't even really get a good picture. But yeah, now it says the Neighborhood NIP Foundation. This is the Marathon Clothing Store. And yeah, this would have been just our Melrose, the Crenshaw version of Melrose. Still could happen. All I say is, you know, there's a lot of people who are getting money. It shouldn't take nothing but a few people to really just have the vision to say, yeah, you know, let's see how we can generate more money this way. Let's buy up some more property. Let's really get this thing popping. And then see, as you can see, you go down Crenshaw, you go down Slauson. It's a nice little stroll. I knew a few people that own businesses down there, nonprofits and stuff like that. And then when I say down there, I'm talking about all the way down to Van Ness Avenue. So essentially from Alviso to the west of me to Van Ness. Nothing but businesses, you know. Anyway, I think we're done with the tour. We're pretty much done with it. Let me go over here to, I'll stop it over here across the street because it's funny. I think I did a live a couple of weeks ago over here, and you see how the universe works. The sister who's on the mural of this U.S. Bank on the corner of Slauson and Crenshaw, I had to go produce for my job, and the one sister who's on this mural here, she came into the studio and she had to do an interview, and I sat down and chopped it up with her. She's a business, she's about her business. What's her name? Mama, forgot her name. Hold on, where's my dang on phone? We got Nip and we got her. Shout out to her. But yeah, she came into the studio and actually had to sit down and do an interview, and I was always wondering like who she was. But yeah. That sound like Mary J. Blige. She sound like a dying cat. You hear that? Mary J. Blige, you sound like a dying cat when she sings. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. No disrespect. No disrespect. Okay. But yeah, that's it. I didn't plan on being on here too long. I appreciate everybody. I think Auntie Leah is going to go live soon. I think everyone should head on over to Auntie Leah. I still got some business I got to finish. She said she sure can't sing. Yeah, I got some business I got to finish, so that's why I'm over here in this neck of the woods. Yeah, that's it, y'all. Okay, I'm out of here. I didn't want to be on here too long. Little field trip, little tour of what goes on in LA. But you know, what I'm talking about doesn't have to just be LA. It could be whatever city you reside in. You know, we need to start thinking about building up, you know, for real.